Hello. So due to the demand that you guys like these videos, I decided to make an Araz one since we killed it yesterday, and I thought it would be a great time to upload it today. So this boss, in my opinion, has been a little bit too over nerfed. I would definitely be fine if they, like, instead of what they did, it would be like just like HP nerfs to the ads and to the boss, and maybe just slowing down the discs a little bit. But all the combined nerfs, in my opinion, are a little bit overkill. So it just flopped on the day we went there after the nerfs within like a few pulls. Yeah, within like an hour or not even that, it just flopped. Yeah, so for a lot of guilds, it will not even matter how you do this fight. As long as you figure out the knockbacks, the CCs, which is the most important part. But I tried a little bit different CD usage here. I tried to delay my first surge so that soul lines up for the first ad, so I can pad a little bit. And I also tried, I've seen some other mages do it, get some value off of surge or soul on the damage amp, which I tried doing here, and I guess see if that paid off. Yeah, I think it did. Boss was pretty low by the time the last damage amp ended, but yeah. Let's just start. Yeah, so I'll walk you through everything here. So here I'm not popping Evo because I want to move the burst to a little bit later so that I can get some of the ARCANE soul on the ad. So I pop it around the 10-second mark, just going away from where the boss channels targets the beam with to the pillar so that the discs are not little in my ass. So here I'm just doing standard rotation. Now he's gonna spawn the ads very soon in 2 seconds, and I will have some soul uptime on this. Boom. Big damage. You can see I'm on the top of the meters, which is gonna fall off a little bit. Then normally you would have touch for this mini ad, but I did not, so I just kind of did not want to pop a touch on something that would die before even the touch would explode, so I just targeted the boss. Normally, before nerf, this would have been a little bit troll because you're risking that you're gonna get 2 pillars, but like look at the speed of the pillars, it's just ridiculous. If you die to this, you're just a bit slow. Yeah, like there's just no way you're gonna die to this. So I just touched the boss, because why not? And then the fight just repeats itself. Yeah, I was assigned to both of the soaks. The first soak was just normal, second soak was a block, so you're gonna see me here go block. Now, earlier than later for safety, and just damaging the boss, doing a little bit of cleave. Yeah, nothing important. Yeah, here the surge will line up for these ads, which is not as strong as soul, but yeah, it still lines up, so not bad damage. Boom. Yeah, here you're going to be dodging 2 pillars around the 1:45-minute mark, but again, it's a ridiculous speed. There's no way you... I'm pretty sure you can tank it as well with Prismatic Barrier, but don't try that at home. I am assigned to these ads. So what I do is that especially in a situation like this, when I have the ad, like this is only relevant for you if you're going to be assigned Blast Wave, which should not be the case if you have multiple evokers in the raid, but sadly we did not have that many knockbacks, so it was up to me. And this phase, in this situation, I would have to spawn the ads, then move a little bit back and pop the Blast Wave so that they get knocked. You'll see that beautifully done here. Boom. Blast Wave, boom. My job is done. I don't care. Yeah, that was the 4th set. Yeah. Proceed to the normal rotation. Yeah, if you get the ads, you will just stack on everyone else, like I did in that situation. And if you get the pools, you just want to make sure that you don't drop them in the melee where people are waiting with the ads. You're just going to go everywhere but where the ads are. And I was also assigned to the 6th set with my evoker, just for safety, so we just did that. I had to do double Blast Wave in this fight, whatever sucks, but had to take the L, yeah? Then in the situation where he knocks you back, you want to alter back. Yeah, so that you land safely as soon as possible. So you alter just before he casts Arcane Explosion. And then once he knocks you, you just alter back. Boom, you took no damage. You're on the feet. Yeah, you could probably alter to near where the pillar you will have to be at, like near the assigned pillar, which in my case is this top right one. Yeah, I'm just killing off the ads, the boss, a little bit damage, and then swapping to these pillars. Yeah, as you can see, we have a Vikora, which says next beam in 2 seconds, and also the beams will be spawning if your pillar is active. And I think you can spot that the pillar is active by this circle. So once this circle is active, that means the pillar is active. So you're going to be getting beams which take 2 seconds to explode. If you soak a beam, you're pretty much dead unless you pop a huge defensive. Yeah. So here I'm just surging the pillar just to get it done. You could probably get away with if you have a lot of pillar damage with surging the boss, but I would not risk it unless you have a lot of warlocks or whatever. Yeah, I just would not risk it. Yeah. In our case, my surge was very much required here because you can see the damage of all these three. The health of all these 3 pillars, 1 to 3, they're pretty much equal. Yeah, and there's a ramping debuff, so by the time that the debuff ramps up a lot, you really want to pop a defensive, yeah, like Greater Invis or something, a barrier, a mass barrier, once you're around the, 7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks of the debuff, yeah. Then I tried saving my mini burn here for this, so I did not shifting power on that pillar, I was just trying some stuff up, which it did line up, but then again, the mini burn just doesn't do much, so here it's just blasting, and then the fight repeats itself. Yeah, it's just going to be, again, knockbacks, baits on ads. Although this intermission is much shorter than the first one. So I don't even think I pressed blast wave in the second one, yeah. You can see that I'm swapping to echo here because the echo should be dead before a certain point of the fight. Yeah, here we're dodging 2 pillars. Oh, actually 3 pillars. So this is a little bit Monk-IS. And in this regard, you can see that I was a little bit nervous. I definitely lost some globals there that I could have played better. And I actually realized it on the kill. I screwed up my shifting power because I forgot to use it here completely. But it actually somehow lined up properly. I definitely, if I popped shifting power here, I would have had much more ad damage. So that's a mistake on my part. I could have probably had a rank 1 here if I didn't screw it up. I completely forgot. Like a scrub. So there will be minimal ad damage. I think I blocked this as well. This debuff just to be sure, just to eliminate the healing debuff. But yeah, I definitely should have popped the shifting power into Surge much earlier, yeah? But then again, the Surge does line up for these ads at least, but it could have been much better in my opinion, yeah? So, same stuff, boom, barrage, barrage, missile, barrage, barrage, missile. Barrage, barrage, missile. And just standard Arcane Soul stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's anything different in this phase, it's just shorter. And then you can see that we're getting to the next pillars, yeah? In which in my case, I do not possess a Surge because I forgot to shifting power once. Plus, like I said, I wanted to hold my cooldowns a little bit for this damage amp, yeah? Which is a very risky move on my part, but the damage was there, yeah? Like we were not missing the damage. Plus, I am popping portion of the Surge on the pillar, yeah? Not full Surge, but yeah, portion of it, yeah? As you can see, our Arcane Collector is not even the highest health one. Like, ours is the second best when it comes to the damage currently. And I have not even popped my cooldowns, which I'm proceeding to do now. Also with potion, just to be safe, because I really don't want to wipe to these. Yeah, the touch was also popped on this, which was probably not the play. Would have been much better if I just popped the touch on the boss with Arcane Soul. But then again, I was really anxious about possibly not killing the pillar in enough time, yeah? But then I do get Arcane Soul for a damage amp plus execute, which is very valuable. But yeah, imagine if I had touch here as well. Yeah, then just blasting. Blast missile, blast missile. Barrage. Barrage, the boss knocks you. So you want to make sure that you're positioned not to the back of the room, but kind of like, so he knocks you to the back, unless that happens by default, but I'm pretty sure you have to be pre-positioned in some way, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Unless, it can be positioned anywhere actually, it just knocks you, well, it just knocks you if you're standing in front, I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I was just positioned that way. Yeah, if you get an ad, you have to drop it in the top corner here. And again, he's gonna knock, so you have to make sure that you are knocked into the wall. Boom, and then the boss just dies before anything can even happen. We don't even see the first ads or anything. All you have to do, make sure, is that the ads are dropped at the edge in the corner optimally, and you just burn boss while optimizing your blinks, your void average if you have that, and alter time. That's it. Yeah, the fight just became a joke because the P3 is non-existent. Yeah. So again, what has happened in this fight, you might ask? Just make sure that you're dodging discs. You drop the ads on the position you're supposed to. There's 6 ad sets in the P1. And knock them if you're supposed to, in the direction that you should. Soak. So the first soak, if you assign to 2 soaks in P1, you soak the first one normally, and the second one you block. And with cooldown usage, either just pop everything on cooldown on pillar, or just try to check whatever the top loggers do on logs.io, and just copy them. Yeah, if you want to be more greedy, you can delay the cooldowns like I did. I definitely could have played this better, but this, like I said, this was the first time I tried delaying the cooldowns like this, and I was just not confident on it, but it still ended up being fine on the damage department. Plus, we killed the boss quite easily, yeah, so I just don't think it matters whatever you do in this fight. It is just not about not screwing up the CC control, yeah. So, dodge, soak the second one with block, knock if you're supposed to. Don't go with the pools into the melee. Yeah. Don't go into the pools. Like, let me say, just check if I can demonstrate the pools. Like here, if I have the pools, I had the pools and add here. Yeah, like look, this will be a great example. So in this situation, I had pools, and then midway or at the end, I get add as well. Yeah, which is a bit late, but you can get it also like in a very sketchy timing, if I'm not mistaken. And if that happens, you just want to stay out and then go in just before the ad is about to spawn on you. Yeah, just so you don't spawn the puddles in the melee, because I think they just one-shot everyone and then it's pretty much over. Yeah, so puddles always out, move with them, knock, boom, done deal. And then intermission, make sure that you pop your cooldowns as you're supposed to, and dodge the beams. Yeah, like you're probably not going to have much damage for the damage amp, but that's just the way it is. You have to kill the pillars. That's the utmost priority. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Fractal skill will be coming out probably like tomorrow and like 24 hours from now on, maybe a bit earlier. Let me know if you like this video, if you have any suggestions, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you very much. Apologize for this one being a little bit more scab with the cooldown usage, because like I said, I was just trying at different cooldowns on this pool, but this is also mostly just to show you like mechanically what you should be watching out for as a mage. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.